So let's go. So have you ever wondered what human mind can comprehend? Well, let's just say the basics. You walk down the street, see dogs barking, people walking, people talking to each other. You see people passing by, life passing by every time, and seconds and minutes. You see that life is good and perfect. But when you think hard enough, you see that the world is not ever perfect. Corruption and homelessness or just literally robbery and other bad stuff. We've seen this and we need to get used to it. After we get used to it, it will not be my problem. God damn it, I'm gonna remove goddamn threads. Okay, so I'm back. So where did I stop? Oh, so we get adapted to the bad things, and it can cause some several problems, like people thinking that some crimes that actually are not serious, like identity theft. Some people see that it's not that serious, but people may say, but when you think deep, when you think deep enough, you'll see that no, it's not that. It's actually not a joke. It's about stealing someone's identity and doing the bad with it. It's like hacking someone, meaning that you are essentially ruining someone's career to being a troll. That is a disgusting stuff to do. So let's just say you adapt to that, and you, but then the years later, you see corruption, people beating each other up in publicly, and people doesn't pay attention. That can be the future of humanity. But the philosophy of mind is that you can think something uncomprehendable, like do butterflies fly? You can sometimes think something odd, like this. But then in the same time, you can think something of, is space really an endless place? And sometimes you may think the space is actually not. The far we know, we fear the unknown. We fear what we don't know. The fear of the unknown meaning that you don't know what you're going into. Meaning that if you go to the seas, you will get scared a, by a stuff that lost in the seas, presumably some sharks, some sea monsters that never been discovered, or mostly a new undiscovered human type of beings. Sometimes people freak out when they say, let's go to the sea. And people freak out because they doesn't fear that the ocean is deep. They're feared what inside it is. We don't scare of how it's so deep and so dark. No, we are not actually directly scared of the sea. We scared of what inside it is. Meaning that you don't know what's inside. It's the same philosophy as fear of the unknown and the thalassophobia and other sea worldly stuff that nobody knows. And let's go to the space. Space is, sometimes people call it a miracle. People say that space can help you comprehend and help understand the magical world, like planets, Saturn and Uranus and our Earth. But then you thinking, what the hell happened outer space? The outer space, not the inner space of our home, our solar system, our sun, our planet. We think that we might be alone, truly alone in this world and alone in the endless void of space, or possibly. When we think of that, we feel like our mind is fleeting away. You're starting to think nothing but one thing. What the hell happened to space? When you think of that, there's a slight chance of you going insane. People going insane because they have been subjected to the truth of the space, the truth of the living things. You are clinically going insane. You can think of conspiracy things like we are actually robots, but we are something controlled by something greater. We're controlled by the internet, guys. We're controlled by the fucking internet. Well, it's not like that. We're controlled by the people who thinks that it is, and we start to work like a hive mind. Humans are social animals. We are developed to talking to each other people. We might develop a hive mind, if you can call it, but in the space, it's very hard to think of something that's very weird and cool at the same time. You might think, oh, the space is so cool, I want to go to it. But when you go look at it, you are scared of getting lost in the void of space. You have fear of the unknown, like the sea. But you might encounter something weird, like some Lovecraftian horror. You might think of, what the hell is that? And you are lost in space. There's no sound. You can't call for help. You can't scream. There's only one thing to solution. You must either get hit by an asteroid when the asteroid goes to you, it'll be a quick and painful death. No, it's quite slow because imagine this: you are floating in the outer space, can't scream, and the fact that your spaceship has lost and you are now forced to abandon your ship and gain cold, extreme space condition, and then you get hit by an asteroid. It makes it have enough force to beat you up. I mean, blow you away, but it's unlikely. So let's go to the next thing. Is the our human mind? Yes, again. But thing is, we think deep. We think about our mental health. It's what keeping you sane. When we go insane, we go to a psych ward, and after that, we get a straitjacket so we can hurt them yourself. But then, there's nothing. All you need is being insane and get straitjacket, and now you're safe. Now you're cured. But no. When people get diagnosed with something, they usually get depressed. That's a normal thing. Dying, rebirthing, being rebirthed, or dying is quite normal. We die, we see people die. It's quite normal to see, but it's quite traumatizing just to see in the first person. We never see anyone die in front of us, but instead in the internet. There's always an effect, I think it's called what? It's called hits different, because it's kind of hit different when you see all the censor stuff and the crime stuff, and when you just see. Yes, I'm not gonna tell that. It's kind of psychological stuff, but I doubt it will get any attention anyway. So let's just think, when you find a person and you say talk to them, it's a normal human being. We interact with people. We think of something like, oh, the AI is so good, right? And sometimes people just said, oh, yeah, the AI good. And when you think of something else, you may think AIs can take over the world. They're the scariest thing. They can mimic the drawing of our paintings. They may even make the better version of it. And the psychological therapy for AI is how to spell? Wait, uncomprehendable. It's very uncomprehendable. So there's no way we can figure how the hell AI. But mostly we know coding. Coding, yes. AI helped by coding. Psychological stuff can damage our brain, but it's for the best to get the moral high ground for any mental situation you can be in. You need to build your strong physics, strong mental health, and that's how you survive. The natural selection. I believe natural selection is what nature does best. We test if the humans or animals or any living things are worthy enough to ascend to another role. We play as humans, the top of the food chain. We learn how to hunt sharks, hunt animals, and plants. Well, technically we don't, we just find it. But when you think that is there any higher beings than us? Well, simply yes. We might have in the outer space or deep in the ocean of the unknown dark blue seas. And people say that, wow, I can beat them. Well, no. Big animal cannot be stopped. When our world get manipulated or obsessed with certain things, they will devote their time and effort to that certain thing. You may say, oh, but we will never do that. Yes, you will get stuck. Think about the internet. See what you see? Yes. Like seeing Twitch, you can see that. Or even Google. Google is some sort of company. We devote our time when we don't want it. We do jobs to live. Yes, we do jobs to live. We just had to live because then how are you gonna take your family? When you are bored of certain things, you need some skills to be that. When you find passion in your career, you become very strong and gain a lot of money. But when you feel like you're down in the dumps and you want to quit the company, go for it. When you have a mean, bad company, you need to quit and let go of it and find a better company that is actually nice. But when it's come to bad company but higher pay, or the things that you love to do but it will be minimum wage, what you will choose? Is the best for your, or is it your goals, like you for yourself, for your family, for your status? It's anything, but still money is important. We used to that. We need to live, we make jobs of it. Yes, that's the thing. The psychological human mind is beyond comprehensible. We can't comprehend our what thinking. Like, is a space that deep or is it a simulation? We never really know. But hey, that is just a conspiracy theory. Crap. I can't even do the game theory thing. But still, that is really my stupid rambling that nobody will even pay attention anyway. It's just some stuff that people talk and I just tend to capitalize it. So yeah, it's a bunch of rambling. Who cares anyway? And remember, who asked for this? Yes, think in your mind, who asked for this video? And why so low quality? We don't know. It's best to explain in our heart. Why? Who asked? Explain in your heart. Think what you see. And think now.